Hey guys, what's good? I'm Andre and today I want to walk you through a bit of a market outlook, just looking at what on earth is happening with the markets nowadays. Before we jump in, I'm gonna plant 100 trees, guys, as soon as our very young channel reaches 500 subscribers. Help me out and we're gonna help the planet out as well. So let's jump right into a trading view here and we can have a look at what's going on and try to predict what's going to happen in the future. So guys, unfortunately my crystal ball is broken. I cannot predict the future with you guys. The aquarium doesn't help either. The fish really don't know. But what we can do is look at past patterns to try and establish future behavior of the market. So first off, this is QQQ, it's the Nasdaq. Obviously tech has been taking some really serious punches lately, and we all know that we've been suffering quite a lot. We are actually down 13%, which officially makes this a full-blown correction. And obviously if we go anywhere near 20%, we'd enter bear market, something that we haven't experienced in quite a while. Now, the thing that I'd like to drive your attention towards would be this blue line that I have drawn over here. Let's make it yellow just to make it a lot brighter. This has been a pattern that the Nasdaq has been respecting pretty much ever since COVID hit. And guys, as you can see, for the first time in basically forever, we have broken down below this one. And not only that, but we are now down below a lot of the moving averages that we have described over here on the screen. So as you guys can see on my screen right now, we have the very first blue exponential moving average, and then we have the 50-day moving average in gray. 100-day moving average is this purple one, and then we have the 180-day, which is the blue one. I just keep it for 4-hour time charts. I feel like it's very respectable and useful there. And then we have the 200-day moving average in red and the 300-day one in green. Now guys, Nasdaq hasn't been beneath the red one, so beneath the 200-day moving average, ever since COVID. This is a pretty sizable drawback that the Nasdaq has made here. So what can we expect? First off, I was really expecting the Nasdaq to stop over here where I've drawn this white line at 369. I was really expecting it to bounce off of here. Not only we had this previous support resistance area, we also had the moving average, I believe it was roughly the 150 moving average over there. It blew past the 200-day moving average, but now I really think that it's probably going to stabilize somewhere in here in the 322, maybe a little lower. As you guys can see, this has been previous support in a couple of instances, so hopefully the pain is just about to stop. Now obviously we also have the 300-day moving average that's moving really close here and probably will help provide further support. But besides of this, the Fed minutes are happening this week, and I really hope that whatever they come up with act as a bullish indicator for the market. I do think that the market is really overreacting right now to inflation, so I don't think that this is a trend that will continue for 2-3 months into the future. I think we probably will see another week, maybe 2 weeks of the same sort of patterns until we can return back to bullish ways. The other really positive thing that I am clinging on is the fact that the biggest tech blue chip stocks out there, Microsoft would be a great example, are starting to report earnings. I'm expecting them to have a very good report for Q4. Q4 is usually the month where a lot of these stocks do really well, so hopefully the combined sort of well factor between both Fed minutes and the support lines that we've drawn over here, as well as the earnings reports, are gonna help the market move forward here. So guys, we've done that. I really want to have a look at the S&P here as well. So Nasdaq, we're doing well. Actually, before we look at the S&P, let's have a look at the futures Nasdaq, where we can see sort of the same pattern. We still have the same sort of support over here for futures. I'm really curious how it's gonna open when it opens. Today is Sunday, so let's see what it looks like once it opens again. But guys, I think that Nasdaq is hopefully going to find support. Remember, it has been the first one to collapse, so hopefully it's going to be the first one to find support as well. The S&P, this is the S&P futures, guys, and as you can see, we sort of have a line of support right about over here, roughly where we're at right now. The thing is that with the S&P, it looks less peachy because of the fact that we have just breached below this 200-day moving average. I'm really hopeful that unless we see support in this same area, we'll hopefully see some support roughly here at 43.18 for the futures. But if not, guys, it's looking pretty grim. I think the next most reliable support line that I can see would be roughly around here, where we had previous resistance a couple of times and then previous support as well, and we're probably gonna be meeting the 300-day moving average as well. Guys, if we look out on the weekly chart for something like the S&P, you really will probably feel like never investing in your life again, seeing something like this. But obviously, are we at the peak? Are we not? It's anybody's best guess. I personally don't think that we are, but obviously it's quite hard to determine, quite hard to be able to tell the future, and we're always going to be able to find good opportunities in the market. It just means that we need to look closer. Cool, guys, so that's sort of it for the S&P. If we look at the actual SPX, it looks similar, kind of the same. The next very reliable support line is quite far away, so hopefully it doesn't take us going that far down for the markets to find some support. And I want to have a look at the Russell with you guys as well, so we're just gonna be looking at small caps here, guys. Now, small caps of all, they look the worst. Now, the only potential support that I can see would be roughly around here, guys, but honestly it's not looking peachy at all. It's really anybody's best guess where it's gonna stop, and if we look at the weekly, it's gonna look even worse for us. But yeah, I think that hopefully the roughly 100-day MA on the weekly is gonna be the support line if we continue dropping here. But small caps have just been receiving no love, guys, for so long. They've pretty much traded sideways for a full year, and now we're seeing this massive correction. So pending anything really exciting in the market, I think that we're gonna see some more correction in the Russell. Unfortunately, obviously, hopefully we can see the Nasdaq bouncing back higher starting either this week or next week. Again, it's really anybody's best guess, and it's really clinging a lot on what the Fed will say later this week when they come up with some sort of a press conference. I'm really curious to know where you think the Nasdaq is gonna find support, guys. If you have any idea, drop it in the comment section below. I'm really curious to view your point of view. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.